If you're following along then, let's go ahead and talk about these different sublevels, starting with the s sublevel. Now the s sublevel has one orbital, and this orbital is super simple. It's just like what we talked about before. It's a sphere, right? And so the sphere, each orbital, by the way, can always hold 2 electrons. So the s orbital this s sublevel can only hold 2 electrons because it only has one orbital. Now we move on to the p orbital. This sucker has p sublevel, pardon me. This sucker has 3 orbitals, which means they actually look a little bit like a peanut in this case, because they have to kind of squish together to make one unified shape. So the p sublevel has 3 orbitals. Each orbital looks like a peanut. There it is, 1, 2, and 3, right? And so each of these orbitals can hold 2 electrons. So 3 times 2 gives you 6. The p orbital can hold 6 electrons total. I have the thumb over here holding up, you just can't see it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, okay? All right, let's move on to the d sublevel. The d sublevel, okay, has 5 orbitals. Now here I probably went overboard. I think I have more than 5, but I was trying to draw it, okay? So then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 2 electrons to each sublevel, and that becomes 10 electrons. And finally you get to the largest one of them all, the f sublevel. And the f sublevel has 7 orbitals, okay? And each of those orbitals, again, can hold 2 electrons, so 14 electrons total. And there you have the 4 sublevels, S, P, D, and F.